Alright, sorry about the quick screen cut there. I had forgotten to join a party, but we are live in Brazil. It's the season finale of Division 4 ISRL Night, up in the booth as usual here for Division 4, and happy to be bringing you this awesome track to finish the season off on. Now, let me just, this is very loud in my ears, perfect. Let me just get all of my useful stuff here. And we are, let me just tweet this stream out, and we're going to be ready to get started here. We don't have any championship fights today. As you may or may not know, this man right here, Cyril Mark, has clinched the championship. He did so a few races ago, actually, and is now on some sort of a little victory lap, you could say, around the track here in Interlagos. Chris Narazuro making a comeback here, very, very close to the rear of him. That's might impede your lap time a bit there, Chris. But Cyril Mark, yeah, defending, or not defending, sorry, but claiming that championship a few races back, and now just trying to see how much of a gap he can pull to the pack. We do have a few battles up and down the grid, though. Ephraim is chasing this man right here, Victor, for P3 in the overall championship, and it's a quite a close battle. Of course, Mark way out front, 369 points. Oop, that is not Mark, that is Division 3. There you go. Mark has 404 points on the season. Kurt Valletta P2, but he has not raced at the end of the season due to personal commitments. 353 points. They have clinched P1 and P2 in the championship. Victor, 275 points, is 22 points ahead of Ephraim. So there's a chance here for Ephraim to get P3 in the championship, but he needs a good lap. A good race, sorry. Sprunky, 207 points, can still get caught up by one wing. Doomsray and Bacher, 145 and 123 points. They're battling for P7. And it tapers off a little bit. Captain Blade, Nazareth, Always Rick, Cosmo, Rusty Olcan, Lucianok. There's a couple of guys here that could go up and down a few positions. So this race is not for nothing. But the main fights here are essentially all said and done. Now, it's been a long season. It's been a good season, and it's round 16, so very, very, I guess it's bittersweet. It's a bittersweet weekend. It's a bittersweet week. The season finale is on one hand. I'm sure most drivers are happy to be done. They're happy to be able to relax a little bit. I know personally myself from commentating running the league, I'm quite happy that we are getting to the end, but it's bittersweet too. There won't be racing for a couple of days, as one wing was very wide there, but he's going into the pits. Is anybody on the lap here? I think Doomsray might be on one. We're seeing a couple of medium tires so far, so some guys might be thinking about the alternate strategy here. 107.4 is your provisional pole time. Got a few 107s on the board. Oh, that's going to be the end of this session. Doomsray getting loose there on the exit of the corner. Right into the wall he goes, and that's a big, big impact. Two wheels off the car, and that's the end of Doomsray's run. So, like I was saying, it's a little bit bittersweet. We're all happy that the season's done. It's gone over well. We got to the end of it in one piece, but we will not be racing again officially anyways. There will be no championship again on F1 2020. We are going to be taking a little bit of a break until F1 2021. We'll just run some fun events in the meantime there, but I'm sure the entire staff team could use a break, so we're going to go on a bit of a shutdown after this weekend and try to improve the league and fix some stuff up and give all the drivers and fans a better experience. But until we can do that, we've got one more final round of racing, and it's Division 4 that kicks it off again. As usual, I mean, they are the first race every week. We've got, of course, Divisions 3, 2, and 1 on the weekend there, same track. And championships are almost wrapped up in there. Division 1 and 3 have their champions. That's Chapelele for Division 1 and F1 Richie for Division 3. Division 2 has Mark still ever so slightly in it. He needs, if he wants to win the championship, he needs Mivako or Nole, the championship leader, to DNF, and he needs to win and get fastest lap. So he's 40 points back of first place right now in second place, and you can get 41 points on a weekend here in ISRL. So it's a tall task, but there is ever so slightly the smallest chances that he does make it happen. If Nole wants to deny him that opportunity, all he needs to do is run an okay race and then get fastest lap. And if anybody but Mark has fastest lap, then he clinches the championship. So essentially all of our championships are set and done, so long as Nole does not crash and he finishes the race. It's been a good season, though. It's been a very good season. We've got a lot of championship battles going close to the final race. We had some excellent racing in Coda last time out in just about all of the divisions. Division 4 themselves have brought in some amazing races so far this season, and we've had some stinkers in every division. I think I can think of Singapore here, but for these guys, we only had 7 drivers finish the race, but we've also had some amazing races. Spain a couple weeks back was an absolutely fun race to commentate here, as well as Baku and the likes earlier on in the season. But let's hope we can finish it off with one more banger of a race. And with the qualifying times or anything to judge by, it might just end up being that way. 107.455. That's Ephraim's provisional pole time. Sprunky P2 107.7. Captain Blade P3 107.9. 1 and K Luchis. That's a Maltese name, so I know I'm mispronouncing it. But 107.7 in the Renault there. 107.798, so very 7,000th there behind Captain Blade. Mark 107.8 on the mediums, 832 that is. Maru with a 107.838. We just saw him set there. Krishna Rizuro 107.929. You can see just how the gaps are. It's almost nothing. They're covering the field. FaZe Arion, though, improving that time by quite a bit. I missed that. I think he must have crossed shortly after Maru. 107.0, so improving by 0.4 of a second. That provisional time. Ephraim is going to have a little bit of catching up to do. This is a very busy racetrack, and it's a little bit hard to keep an eye on everybody here. No, Mark is crossing the line. I was trying to find Mark there, and he does set a 106.9 on the soft, so looks like most of the front runners opting to get off the medium tires, put the softs on, and carry on there with their qualifying session. 106 is the first man into the 106s. We'll see if anybody else follows. Sprunky has retired from the session, and what's happened to Sprunky, it looks like he spun off at the exit of turn 5. I don't know if that maybe started in turn 4, that incident, but it's the end of his session. He's not going to improve from that 104.6. I think that was actually right after he set a lap, because Sprunky was in the 107.7s before, so improved his lap immediately. DNF's the car, not the qualifying session Sprunky wanted to have by any fair. Rotation, can you lower the master volume? Do you mean the game? Do you not hear me well enough over the game? You mean the game? Just let me know. I'll turn that off. Jared's in the chat saying stinky. Hello, Jared. How you doing, my man? Don't know what's stinky about it, but you might be smelling yourself there, bud. Here, I'll do you one better rotation. I won't turn down the game, but I will turn up my microphone. Is that good? It should be good. There you go. And then I'll turn off the... Actually, I'll turn down the game just a little bit here. I'll put that at 8. Hopefully that's a little bit better for everybody. If it is better, let me know. If it makes too loud, let me know as well. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in so far. We've got 5 minutes left here in qualifying. That's a big cut there from Franco Jovic. Bit of an interesting line. As he carries on. Somehow that lap's not invalidated, but I don't think that was a full-out effort anyways. All right, perfect. Looks like it is better. Zabi Jaka, who's put on some good performances in the last few weeks. 108.7 right now. He's trailing down in P17. And not what we're used to seeing from him. He's qualified in the top 10 the last 2 races, I do believe. There's a yellow flag. I think that's just cars letting other cars through. Is anybody on a flyer right now? Bakker's 1.6 seconds up on his time, so he won't be the one we want to watch. What about Always Rick? It might just be glitch in the time screens there. It looks like everybody's the same amount up on their times. Vex the Vexter going wide, doing a good job not to invalidate that one, but getting a little bit loose on the exit. Should cost him some time. Who's that right behind him? Is that Mark on an outlap? It is. And looking to improve that 106.9. Vex the Vexter pulling over, though. Clearly struggling a little bit with that car, not wanting to impede. And Marwu is on... Oh, no, he's invalidated. We'll take a look at Always Rick, who's just started his lap. Those tires are worn, though, so might not be the best idea to qualify them, but I think he is going to go for it anyways. And down this second straightaway into turn 4. About breaking even on that time. And able to keep some good pace there through turns 4 and 5 and 6. Oh, a little bit wide on the exit, and yeah, that's usually going to do it for you if you go wide on turn 6 like that. So, or on the exit rather. It's quite the sensitive corner in terms of corner cutting. Luciano trying to improve from his P15. He's still in the 108s, and look how many guys we have in the 107s. Very evenly matched here in Division 4 for round 18, and it's nice to see a full grid. These guys did a great job filling in that grid. Is Arion retiring? Is there another retirement in turn 5 here? It's, oh, yeah, what's happened there? Did he hit the wall, or did he retire there? No, it looks like that car was DNF. So must have hit the wall and invalidated that lap, unfortunately for him. Your order as it stands, though, with 2 minutes left, so we should see the final laps being set. It's Cyril Mark currently, Faze Arion, K. Lucci's MLT, Faze Ivano P4, Ephraim P5. Ephraim is the highest up the grid that's still fighting for a championship. Of course, fighting with Victor, who's currently P13 in quali. So Ephraim already with the upper hand in that battle before we enter the race. Well, you'll have to see that. We're 2 minutes still left in quali, and we've already got an incident report for this race that I've just heard pop up in the Discord. Doomsray reporting his crash there. Thinks he got impeded by another driver. And Faze Ivano crossing the line. It does look like a good improvement. Oh, it did look a little bit better than I thought it was. He does improve just a little bit, but it's not enough to increase that lap time. Victor, we just saw him cross the line, go P11, a slight improvement as well. It's Ephraim coming across this final couple of turns here onto this long... It's basically one long straightaway. There are 2 bends in it, but you don't brake or lift for either of them. Crosses the line, improves, and goes to P4, so able to get himself, just slightly behind that Renault of K. Lucci's, but still going to be starting on the second row. Ron in currently P7 crossing the line will not improve his time. There's a Red Bull coming around the final corner. That is Bacher. And what can he do in his final attempt? That's a great angle game. Goes P5. Unfortunately, we couldn't see anything because the game thinks that corner is more important. P5 with a 107.4. Oh, it's separated by thousandths of a second here, up and down the grid. What a qualifying session we're having. It's just neck and neck absolutely everywhere. There's a car off there. I think that's one of the Alpha Tauris. Not sure what happened there. As is Mark going to be going for another? Yes, he is. I think he's just going to make it too. And so he's going to be the last man to cross the line here. Vex the Vexter, no, Vex Vector hasn't validated. So he must have been that AlphaTauri we saw going off. And actually, there's a Mercedes going off in the same corner. Always Rick crossing the line. 107.3, right ahead of his teammate. That's a great qualifying session from Always Rick, as he gets himself up into the third row here. Is he going to get knocked down by anybody? There's not too many guys on a lap anymore. The Renault of Kaluchis was on a lap, opting not to go on it. Bacher is on an in-lap. Ron is not going fast enough to be setting a time, and the only other guy on track right now is our pole sitter, officially now. It's Cyril Mark. Is he going to be setting another lap here just to show everybody what kind of pace he has, or is he going to be happy with that 106.9? We'll see as he's coming across in towards the line. He is going to stay out and hugging that inside wall. It's going to be 106.6. Absolutely dominating qualifying here in Division 4 for Cyril Mark. And he's champion for a reason, and he shows us why there with a blistering qualifying lap in our final qualifying session of the season. Cohen, coincidentally, right before Cohen typed these messages, Mark shuts him up. Mark only a 0.9 noob, says Cohen. Mark's a 0.6 now. He's only 50% noob, right? That's how it works. That's another pole position for the man in the McLaren. Cohen says I can jinx things the right way. Like you, Cohen, I'm a commentator. It's a commentator's curse for a reason, not a commentator's blessing. What do you want from me, man? Cyril Mark, provisional pole. FaZe Arion starting on the front row with him, P2 for him. The Renault of Lucci's his teammate there, P3, along with Ephraim. Always Rick, Bacher, the two Red Bulls sharing the third row. FaZe Ivano and Sprunky, the fourth row. Ron and Chris Narazuro sharing the fifth row of the grid. That's your top 10. As we're about to load into the formation lap, I'll take you to the rest of the grid after there. Cohen says stop. Alright, fine. No more commentary. Cohen said I can't commentate anymore, and so I will stop. Not so fun anymore, is it? Finally, inner peace, he says. Alright, well, your inner peace shall last no more. It's 28 seconds to the start of the formation lap. We've got quite the intriguing race on our hands. Not too much at stake for most of these guys. I would expect to see maybe some moves we wouldn't normally see. Of course, it is the last race of the season and the last race on this game for this division. And as mentioned earlier in qualifying, we do have 3 more races on the weekend if you guys are interested in watching some more action from the Brazilian Grand Prix. And off they go on the formation lap. The rest of the grid, though, Franco Jovic, P11 Marwu, P12 12 on the 6th row. Captain Blade looking to emulate that brilliant performance he was having in Coda last time out on our weekend divisions. I believe it was Division 3, where he was able to claw his way all the way from the back to a P5 when an unfortunate incident with Krago happened in front of him. He had nowhere to go and got picked up there in that incident and suffered some terminal damage. He was not at fault. He was just driving his own race, and then you know, when something happens, you think you're going to have a gap, and it just closes up right in front of you. That's kind of what happened to Captain Blade here, and well, last time out, he's starting P14. Lucianok, P15 in the Ferrari. Vex the Vexter, P16 in the Alpha Tauri. One Wing, P17, along with Muddock Doomsray, who DNF'd, and Zavijaka starting on the end of the grid here. So Zavijaka, if he wants to repeat his performances from Spain, he's going to have a lot of work to do. He's got to basically overtake everybody as he starts dead last here in qualifying. Yeah, Zavijaka, if you join during qualifying, you sometimes, most of the time, the game will glitch and put you in the back. We've had the Nazareth, I believe, in Spain, qualified on pole position and got sent to the back as a result. It's a very, very common glitch in this game. Not much we can do about it. It happens if you join during quali. Cohen, Najee, you always commentate great. Please don't stop my French-speaking comrade. Ben merci, mon beau. Thank you very much, Cohen. Check the comments later, though. We've got a race start on our hands as everybody is done their formation lap, lined back up on the grid, and we're getting ready for lights out here in Brazil. And can I get an angle where I can see some lights, maybe? Oh, there we go. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And in Brazil, they're off. There's a big jump start, though, from FaZe Arion. And lucky for everybody else, nobody bit on that as he gets off the line way, way too early. He's going to have a drive-through as a result. Cyril Mark. Oh, what's happened in the back here? There's is that a Red Bull around? It is. It's Bakker, who suffered some major problems here on the start. There's some fighting. The leaders got away cleanly after that jump start. There's a lot of fighting here further down the grid. Side by side, that's the Haas of Franco Jovic and the Racing Point of Krishna Razuro. They're still side by side as they come in through turn 6. And Krishna Razuro, I can't say his name, is going to be taking the position there. But that's a nice move to retake it by Franco Jovic into turn 7, though. There is Vex the Vexter, who spun as well. So a good start for him. Undone, I saw Ferrari Sprunky making a move. No, that's right, that's Lucianok on Marwood making a move. This field is so close together that it's hard to tell who's. Oh, no! Oh, that's not going to be too good as he gets reset on track there. That wasn't manual. If you slide too far there, the game will reset you as he spins, and some more problems here early on for much of this grid. Side-by-side action further up. FaZe Ivano trying to outbrake. I believe that is always Rick, and always Rick's going to be forced to slot in behind as FaZe Ivano had that inside line there through turn 2. It's a decent start there. Let's try to give everybody a little bit of a recap as I see if I can spot a battle on track to watch. There, this is a good one. As 4 guys battling here. This is a battle for P8. Oh, bit of a moment from Sprunky as he's going to have to shuffle wide to catch that oversteer and lose the position to Marwood as a result. He's got Doomsray right behind him. Doomsray with a good start right away. Who's been able to work his way up the grid there. A bit of a recap. FaZe Arion with a big jump start. Did not catch anybody else. Mark got away okay. Same with the Renault of Luci's Ephraim as well. They both got away okay. Big shuffling in the back. Bakker was involved in an incident. If I take our position change graphic, you'll see Franco Jovic, Krishna Razuro with some great starts as they work their way up the grid. FaZe Ivano stays put. Always Rick has lost 3 positions, so bad start from both Red Bulls. Captain Blade up 5 positions already. I'm sure he's going to be quite happy with the start he's had in this race. We have some pit stops, I believe Sprunky in the pits already. Some of the guys who spun, though, does not appear like they're pitting. Bakker's right back there. He's got wing damage, and he's already fighting for positions here as he takes the position off of one wing into turn one. And now he's going to have some defense to do as one wing gets DRS here. Oh, bit of a wheel-to-wheel contact there. One wing sends it down the inside, and he's going to keep that Williams firmly planted. Oh no, is there some contact between the two of them? One wing getting on the grass. They're losing two positions plus the one to Bakker, and I don't know if there was some contact or if one wing got loose, but he did a good job not to put that one in the wall. Vexer now trying to have a look down Muddock. You guys, you can tell it's the last race of the season. I thought there was going to be some battles and moves we wouldn't have seen earlier now that most championship fights are wrapped up, but I did not think, oh, what's happened here? Muddock and Vexer have had some problems. Have both of them spun? They have. Both of them spinning, and now we're going to get our first safety car. Oh, that was quite the first couple of laps here. FaZe Arion, luckily for him, was able to serve that drive-through before the safety car came out. He's going to be able to slot back in. He's actually ended up not losing a whole lot of time there as a result of serving that drive-through. Only P8. Wow, okay. Let me see if I can recap what happened here. Your leaders got away okay. These top three are doing fine. Franco Jovic, Chris, up quite a few positions. They've had some great starts. Lot of battling further down the grid as we saw some big battles involving Muddock, one wing Sprunky, Bakker as well, who's now pitting to change his wing. Maru was involved in quite a few fights, as well as always Rick. Basically everybody below P4 was involved in some sort of early on action here. And it was quite a chaotic race. Sorry if I couldn't really keep my camera there on one single car and give you guys a clear view of what happened. There's just some stuff happening up and down the racetrack non-stop here. I do so wish that we get some replay or some rewinds here further in time so that we can show some other overtakes and stuff like that. Live replay, that would be super cool. But anyways, wishful thinking. For now, we've got still got a race on our hands. Doomsray P11. 11 positions gained. P8 he is. That's a great start for the man who had that unfortunate DNF earlier on in qualifying. Captain Blade as well. He said in our chat he's going to be trying to have that race he didn't have last week, but he wished he could have. And living up to it so far. What a charge up the grid here. Already P6. Two Haas's, by far the biggest movers on this grid as a team, I mean. Doomsday himself, though, the biggest single mover on the grid with 11 positions gained. Captain Blade saying he would have had Always Rick if it wasn't for that safety car, but I think he's had him now, though, as Always Rick has pit. We're going to take a look at our tire strategy. Yes, some guys have pit to change up that strat. A couple of guys staying out on the softs. I'll be honest with everybody, I'm not actually sure how long they last around here. I haven't raced this track in a while, and I did not really brush up my knowledge of this circuit before the race, but the fact that quite a few people are going out onto the hards here very early on leads me to believe some guys might be trying to go to the end here. Will it be the ideal strategy? Time will tell. The hards are definitely going to be slower. I think those guys who pit for mediums and are going to be pitting again there for softs later on might be on to something, especially if there's another safety car. But then again, you are gambling on events you cannot control. The guys with the hards could maybe make it to the end, whereas a couple of soft runners at the front there opting to just stick with the known and not vary up their pit strategy for such an early safety car. Let me know there in the comments what you would do in this situation, and if you would have pit right there. Interesting to see what your strategy around Brazil would have been. Let's kind of take a look here. No comments in our chat so far. Division 4. Safety car here. I think we're going to be going maybe another lap. And I did get a replay here. So Doomsday saying Sprunky got in his way for his qualifying incident. Doomsday, I mean, Sprunky did get out of the way. It was an awkward spot, but he was out of the way. And I think it psyched him out. And losing it there on the curb on the exit. But Stewards will definitely have a look at that incident. On the restart, though, Cyril Mark is going to be leading the field. It's such a long run down to turn 1 here on a restart in Brazil that you don't want to go too early. He is going to go early, though. And if you can catch them by surprise, it's a great opportunity to get a lead because, there's a lot of... something happened in the back here. These guys were not ready. Look at them charging 2-3 wide further down in the back. Sorry about that. Leaders getting through okay, but somewhere at the back, these guys were not ready for this restart. And some guys getting much better restarts than others, but of course you can't pass before the start-finish line, so caused a lot of shuffling. And going 3 wide into turn 1. Looks like Muddock is having some issues. He's got wing damage. I wonder if that has anything to do with that Red Bull we've seen spun around. The 2 Ferraris trying everything they can to get around the racing point, and both of them having to back out of those moves as he's making that pink Mercedes quite wide. And it's going to be Sprunky and Luciano both having to slot in and wait their turn quite patiently. Further up, though, what's this? Is that a switchback I'm seeing from Faisarion and Captain Blade? He does get the move done, and he does slot ahead here as they head on to start lap 8. To start straight away to start lap 8. There's a yellow flag again in the back. That is Marwu, who's had a spin. It's Captain Blade, Faisarion, and Franco Jovic, it seems, having quite the intense battle right now. FaZe Ivano's involved in that one, as you see there. Franco Jovic was making a move on him. It's the Renault Faisarion now making a move on Franco Jovic. That's going to get the 2 Haas teammates closer together. A little bit of grass there on the turn-in. Oh, what's happening behind? Captain Blade under attack there from Doomsday, as the McLaren was thinking about having to move down the inside. And not going to work there, as Doomsday continues to work his way up the field here. He's on the hard tires now. One of the guys who did take that early pit stop, not early, because he actually started on those hard tires, sorry. The highest runner there who took a pit stop, it would be Krishna Razuro, P11, a couple places back. But he started on the hards. He's running well, which means he is going to be able to finish the race here on a softer compound. Watch for Doomsday to have quite a big advantage later on in this race. See further back, anything happens, I think DRS will be open at the end of this lap. So as Mark crosses the line, we see the signal there. DRS is enabled. The 2 FaZe boys here further up the grid. Arion making a move on Ivano. That's going to put his Renault up into P4. And another position loss there for the Alfa Romeo. And the 2 Renault teammates now 3rd and 4th. It's a good running here for the Enstone team there in yellow. Further back, I'm seeing some dots here. Chris Narasura, oh no! And I tuned in on that one just in time. One Wing and Chris both out of the session, as it looks like they touched on the exit, and both of them into the corner here. And look at that, stranded on the track. We've got a virtual safety car. I thought that would have been a full-blown safety car, but the game thought otherwise. And Bakker is going to have to massively slow down there to respect his delta. And why do I get the feeling that we're going to be hearing about that one in the chat? As big contact there. Yeah, Cohen, I agree. How is that a VSC? That's a big crash. We're back under green, though. And time to get going. Luca sent a message. It got retracted though. And is that because you sent some bad stuff, or... Okay, I'm not sure what's happening there. Yeah, okay, back on the restart. I was getting distracted there by a message that kept disappearing in our chat. Looks like the field has thinned out a little bit, but still, look at this battle here. 4 guys battling for 4th position. And if I'm not mistaken, I think 3 of them are Croatians. So a bit of a little country battle. And still very close together. Further down as well, I think I see Muddock and Marwu close together. And is that Sprunky catching up on Always Rick? I do believe so. Seeing some comments come in here. Look, a little bit of banter in the chat. Don't need to repeat that one on stream, but thank you to everybody who's tuned in and is sending comments. Love to see the interaction. I think the two Haas's might be setting up a move on each other. Some good defending from Franko Jovic. They're picking kind of like the inside of the middle of the track, but still outside enough that he's really forcing his teammate to go wide around him. And that's a great defense there. You don't have to block the whole track. You just make yourself wide and hard to get around. And it's worked for him. Captain Blade not able to get by his teammate here. It's the gaps staying mostly the same between these two, but because they're fighting, I don't know if you've noticed, Franko Jovic falling out of DRS range on the cars ahead. And as we actually get some green flag laps here in Brazil, a lot of guys there losing some touch with the guys ahead. It was very chaotic on the start, and I think these early pit stops, the safety car, the VSCs, put guys on different strategies, and with tires degrading at various speeds, we're seeing some moving up and down the grid. There's some moving into the corner there, and Captain Blade trying to move on Franko Jovic, getting a little bit cut off there by his teammate. Not the most friendly move there down at Haas. I think Gunter might be on the radio here. Ooh, and Captain Blade there chopping off Doomsray, who got curiously close to the Haas, is taking advantage there of that battle between the two of them. They've lost 2 seconds to FaZe Ivano, battling between the two of them. Franko Jovic at some point has got to realize that Captain Blade's way quicker than him, and maybe let him by here, because you're not helping yourself here by battling him. I think Franko Jovic is quicker than Doomsray most likely, but if you're battling with your teammate, you're letting everybody catch up, and you're hurting your teammate, you're hurting your team. And I think if he doesn't get it done here, Captain Blade, he might end up being stuck there until this first round of pit stops, as trying to get DRS, and he doesn't have it in him. He's used all of his DRS already. You can see that bar on his dash on his steering wheel. Got almost no battery. We'll take out the telemetry so you can see just how much these guys are pushing early on. And like, they've used up all of their battery just fighting each other. Look at Doomsray behind. Oh, he's actually pushing quite a lot as well. And very early on in this race here, despite the safety car, despite the VSC, these guys got no ERS to work with. So some interesting technique here is they're pushing so hard right away. The two guys on the softs, they will recharge their battery a little bit whenever they pit. But Doomsray's got a while to go here until that happens for him, I think. We're going to see a Hamilton-esque move here. No, we're not. Did think of the switchback there, Captain Blade. Tried to set up for too much curb, though. That's going to hinder the acceleration. Not able to make it stick there. And he's getting a lot of curb there. And I wonder if that's hurting his exit here. Is maybe just unsettling the car. Much closer this lap, though. Look at that. All over the rear of his teammate. And he's got Doomsray right behind him as well. What is happening with my camera? And, oh, there he goes, because one of them pit, and that's why I was wondering where one of the Haas's disappeared, as Franko Jovic trying to undercut his teammate now. So held him up for a couple laps, and then he takes the first pit stop anyways. That is, at the very least, some poor team play. But if, you know, team orders are not in effect at every team, maybe that's just how it is over at Haas today in Brazil. See now what Captain Blade can do with that clean air in front of him. You can see immediately he's just set Doomsray off. Like, the gap has gone from 0.3 to just about a second in half a lap. That's how much time Captain Blade was losing behind his teammate. He's already closing up on FaZe Ivano by about a second as well this lap. And that's just how much Franko Jovic was holding him back there. So Captain Blade better hope he doesn't get stuck behind his teammate again. He's already proven that there will be no letting by. And I think there's Muddock having some issues there in Sector 2. That's the yellow flag you're seeing. Further up the grid, Lucchesi? So somebody can tell me how to pronounce his name. That would be super appreciated. The Renault chasing down Ephraim. They have been around this gap for quite a while now, and you can see just the difference in how much they're pushing. Ephraim 20% ERS, whereas the Renault of K. Lucchese here, he's rocking a nice, comfy 80, almost 90% there in the braking zone. If he wanted to get past Ephraim, I think he could. He's just got to use up that ERS down the straightaway, and I wonder if maybe Ephraim's not doing that himself, and that's why he can't get by. But that is quite a few laps behind the AlphaTauri, and what this is causing is that Mark is getting ahead here, and he's got a 4.4 second gap. Ephraim's going to be diving into the pits. That should give the position for free there to the Renault. I think Fazarian as well, yeah, taking advantage of his teammate not pitting and opting to pit himself here. We've only got 4 runners there who start on the softs, who have not pit. Yeah, sorry, make that 3 as Captain Blade dives into the pits further behind. 2 retirements so far as we approach the halfway mark of this race. Victor, very, very generous there on the ERS application. He's already at 0%. Prof Pratik in our chat. What's up, man? Thank you for stopping by, as well as Luke. I haven't seen you guys around here before, so appreciate you guys tuning into the stream. Sprunky all over the rear of Victor as it stands. One of the closer battles on track, but if you take a look further down the grid here, I think we've got a bit of a battle for 11th brewing up as some of the undercuts and mixed pit strategies are overlapping each other. This brings some guys closer together. Captain Blade did manage to overcut his teammates, so luckily for him, won't be stuck behind Franko Jovic on another stint. Pratik, hey man, can someone send me the link? What link would you like, my friend? Team Red Bull indeed, says Luke. Team Red Bull had a great qualifying, rough start, so I do hope for you guys that Team Red Bull can turn it around. Speaking of Team Red Bull, that is Bakker defending his position there against Lucchese, who's just pit in the Renault. Actually, everybody's pit now, so that leaves Sprunky, who Doomsray and Victor as the only guys on the tires on which they started. Muddock as well on his starting tires, but he is struggling on them and is completely out of contention at this point. Zabi Jacques as well, not having a good race so far. He was much better last couple times out, so must be quite unhappy there with that Mercedes. Look at how close they are here, all behind Marwu. And there's some moving further back. That's a Renault and Bakker. That's Lucchese and Bakker going side by side. He's going to tuck in. He's going to go for another move on Ephraim. No. Or sorry, on Vexter. No, he is going to stay there behind the AlphaTauri. Ephraim right behind, just trying to eye a move. I think the move will get done here, though, as he's finally using all of that ERS he's been saving up and moving himself up into P6. So undercut worked. You can see Ephraim making a move there on Bakker further back. And he gets the move to stick as well as he's chasing Lucchese there. Doesn't want to lose sight of that Renault as he could still, he needs a lot of points here to get third in the championship and pass Victor. As it stands, if he finishes, I think, in the top 5 and Victor does not get more than like 5 points, it will happen. But he's P6 at the moment, and the more cars are behind him, the better for Ephraim. So he's going to want to keep, at the very least, his teammate and Marwu behind him. But Luchis appears to be having a bit more pace than our man in 4th place in the championship right now, as he makes another move down the straight. Has 2 Red Bulls in a single lap there for Lucio. Oh, sorry, that's not a Red Bull he's passing. He's passing Marwu. The Red Bull's up the road. Actually, Always Rick is quite a good pace. I thought he was much closer to this battle. Look how far he is. Sprunky and Mark are fighting. Sprunky on 15-lap-old medium tires. Mark on some fresh mediums. And if I'm Mark, you don't want to be fighting this one too hard. If I'm Sprunky, don't want to be fighting it too hard, because you know you're going to lose this battle and you're costing yourself time. And last thing you want to do is wreck the championship winner. Leader, yes, but he did win it, so he's a championship winner. And Sprunky holding on to 2nd position a while longer, but look how close Mark is all over the rear of that Ferrari. And should be an easy move here as we head back onto the main straight. And as Sprunky gets a bit of wheel spin there, I reckon Mark's going to have this one done before the pit entrance. No, Sprunky keeps fighting. Is Sprunky going to be pitting? And no, Sprunky's staying out on those softs. How long is he going to stay out on those softs? Sprunky moving a bit there. Oh, we're getting dangerous here. As that Ferrari all over the racetrack. You got to pick a lane, buddy. You got to pick a lane. As Mark's struggling to get by there, losing a lot of time, and is still stuck behind the Ferrari of Sprunky. Ephraim has gone past Marwu as well, as he keeps hunting down the Renault of Luchis. And Vex the Vexter, Bakker close behind. Bakker trying there to get by Vex the Vexter. We saw him having a peek, but those hard tires, not the freshest as it stands. Lap 20 out of 36. We are past the halfway mark, and we should be seeing the final pit stops for a few of these guys very, very shortly. 60 comments on the stream. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in and commenting. This is great to see. Looks like the Red Bull boys have definitely brought their fan club over, I think. Bit of a gap behind Faisarian. That means no worries about defending. He can focus on attack. And will he focus on overtaking Bakker? Tries the outside. That's going to turn into a switchback, maybe? We'll see who gets the better exit on to this second DRS straight, and it is going to be Faisarian getting a great exit there. So he goes side by side with Bakker into turn 4. Bakker is the inside line, but looks like Faisarian has more speed. Oh, it's another spin! Bakker's been spun out! As he gets turned around again. That's a tricky situation, tricky place to be caught out, but he does get the car going with no damage. I wonder if he lost it or if there's some wheel-to-wheel contact there that unsettled the car. That's quite a few positions lost there for the Red Bull at Bakker. I'm sure our chat will not be happy about that one. Faisarian there could see a 5-second penalty or worse coming his way. As he tries to move on Vex the Vexter now, you can see just how eager he is to get by. And that early safety car has really thrown this race into quite a funny situation, as there's a lot of guys here that have a lot of pace, but they get stuck behind some other cars on alternate strategies. Is that 3 wide that we're about to see? No, it did look like it from the rear, though, as these guys battling very, very hard into turns 1 and 2. And we're seeing guys like Faisarian, CRL Mark, Luchis, Ephraim having to fight their way up the grid, as some guys pit early, some guys pit late. That safety car closing up the field together like that is definitely coming to play a big role there in this Grand Prix. The field is still relatively very bunched up here. There aren't too many stragglers or guys. There's no guys a lap down either. So quite the exciting race, if I do say so myself. This is a great track to finish the season off of. It's the third time, I believe, we end a season in Brazil, and every time it's proven to be an absolutely amazing event. Daddy Spritz is in here as well. Oh my, so many people, guys! If you're watching right now and you're supporting Team Red Bull, you're here to support Bacher and Rick. Can you give this stream a like? Make sure to subscribe to the channel as well. Like us on social media. Both of these guys race on the weekend. If you want to come by and watch those races as well. And the two Alfa Romeos, no, sorry, that's an Alfa Romeo and a Haas going out. That's Ron and Captain Blade. And oh, another spin, half spin it looked like. Is Ron escaping with no wing damage? Somehow he has. That's a good save there from Ron, 21. And we're seeing a lot of wheel-to-wheel contact between some of these guys through turns 3 and 4 especially, or sorry, 4 and 5 especially. And it's a lot of guys paying the price for it. Chris, Nerezuro, and One Wing both DNF'd as a result. I believe it was Fazy Vano has had a big moment. Of course, Bacher has had a moment as well. And that's just to name a few there. A lot of tricky side-by-side racing so far this race. We're going to see some of the final pit stops here. 12 laps left in this Grand Prix. It's going by quite fast here, but it has not been a boring race. A lot of clean racing. The two Ferraris now. We've got a bit of a Ferrari sandwich there. Bacher in the middle as Lucianoc and Sprunky trying to work that teammate magic against the Red Bull. Not going to work though, I think, as down the inside goes Bacher. It's going to be an easy move. Oh, is Sprunky going to be making a move? I think he just pushed his teammate wide there. And going to be taking the position from Lucianoc. It did look like there's a little bit of contact. Lucianoc getting pushed wide. Sprunky taking the position. And it's... yeah, just like that. That Ferrari sandwich did not last very long, did it? Doomsray, he's been leading our race for a while, finally pitting off those very old hard tires. And out of curiosity, where is he going to end up? Putting the softs on. And I think that's going to be P9 here for Doomsray. Provided doesn't mess anything up there on the pit exit. He's going to be coming out, yeah, right ahead of the Haas. But the Haas is going to have a bit more steam coming into this straightaway. Franco Jovic going to be able to catch up? No. So P9 or P8 for Doomsray. As slots back in there, he's going to have the fastest tires on the grid. Could potentially see him work his way up into the top 5. If we're lucky, that'd be quite a result here for Doomsday. From DNF to a top 5 finish. But he's got a couple of laps and a couple of overtakes to get it done if he wants that to happen. Cyril Mark enjoying his victory lap here around Brazil as our championship winner. The Division 4 Season 4 champion cruising out in front, enjoying a very comfortable lead here. 6.9 seconds as it stands. And no chance for Lucic to catch up to him as he got stuck in traffic earlier, and that's severely affected his chance. Could still get another lane safety car here, who knows? I don't want to speak too early. We could seriously use a little bit of pack bunching, I think. That would make quite the exciting finish. And I think it's going to take one of these guys to get it done. Somebody in the midfield who's battling right now. All it takes is a mistake, a big wall impact, and I've got another safety car. Although this game does tend to give them a little bit willy-nilly sometimes. That incident between Chris and One Wing didn't even get anything. It got a VSC. I'm going to take a look here in our Discord. No other comments there, but did see a little cheeky comment, a little cheeky message there from both drivers, Chris and One Wing, seemingly unhappy with each other. There, and so I was just telling them to report the incident. Anyway, sorry. Doomsray. Getting past FaZe Ivano there, that's P7 for the man in the McLaren. And having to do a little bit of league management here mid-commentary. So apologies for the quick breaks in my talking. I'm either taking a quick sip of my drink or answering a message on Discord, just trying to prevent any unnecessary drama, and we'll use those words. Oh, is this safety car we wanted? What's happened in the back here? Lucianok and is that Marwu have had an issue here. Lucianok has got wing damage. They both have wing damage here, and no safety car, so that is not gonna change. Vex to Vexter now under quite a bit of pressure here from Doomsray. And is Doomsday going to make the move? Vex Vexter is actually going to dive into the pits, surprisingly enough. So, yeah, diving into the pits there as going in for his last, 23 laps on the hards. I thought his tires were much newer than that, if I'm being honest. And it's going to give Doomsday a free 6th place. Now he's chasing down Captain Blade. Will his tires last long enough for that, or will they run out of steam? Will they run out of grip before he closes up on the Haas? We've got a couple laps here to find out. No other big battles going on the grid here. I believe Always Rick is actually battling a little bit here with Ron. Actually, this one's a bit closer. We'll take a look at here at Rick, and I know that some of the guys in the chat want to see the Red Bull boys. I'll give them a little bit more screen time for you guys. Getting some very weird yellow flags here. There is a stranded Ferrari. That's Lucianok. Or Sprunky, sorry. That's Sprunky. What's happened to Sprunky? That's a spin for Sprunky. And I thought that was Lucianok after that incident, still having some spins, but no, it's Ferrari. It's the Ferrari. Sprunky's had some issues. Always Rick taking some penalties. Let's take a look here at the penalty graphic. 8 seconds for Mark. Lucis, though, unfortunately, a little bit too far to take advantage of that. A couple of other penalties there, some 3s, some 6s. I see some 9s in there. Expect penalties to come play a role here as these guys cross the line at the end. And I don't know why, but it looks like every time Mark takes turn 1, he must be taking a weird line through it, because he keeps triggering a yellow flag. It's a bit weird. Good battling and good defending from Rick there. Look how close that front wing got to the rear diffuser of the Red Bull. And yeah, so we're getting some stranded yellow flags there. I think some debris is not despawning from some of the early incidents, and every time somebody goes through that sector, it'll tend to trigger a yellow flag, it seems. And every time I think something's happened, and it has not. We'll get the other Red Bull boys some love, why don't we? As RLH Bacher chasing down Franco Jovic, and if we take a look back at the tire graphic, you'll see it's a pretty evenly matched battle. Of course, I mean, both on hards. Bacher's hards are much older. Trying to make these guys last 30 laps, it seems. I wonder just how much wear there is right now. You can see the graining on that front right there. And still, Franco Jovic looked like he was going to bait a defense to the left there and moving back to the right, forcing Bacher to check up. I don't know if Bacher was going to go for a move around the outside, but definitely forced him to consider twice and hitting the brakes there. Not sure just how much over the line that was there. I think that might have been A-OK. I'd have to see a replay of it. But some nifty, nifty is a bad word. Some defending. We'll just call it some defending there. No opinion passed by Franco Jovic. We saw him kind of do the same thing there on his teammate earlier, making his car very wide, moving a little bit, but not enough that it'd be considered excessive. So I'm sure the stewards will hear about it. I have no doubt about that. further back, though. Ron did get by Always Rick. That wing damage not doing Always Rick any favors. Is Bacher going to be making the move here? Oh, and Franco, you can't do that, buddy. No, you can't go and make contact with the guy. If you're going to defend the inside, you got to pick the inside. You can't then move to the right, hit him, and then go deep. So maybe a little bit over the line there from Franco Jovic. Efrom has caught up here to Lucis. It's getting cloudy in Brazil. Oh, we've got a VSC very late. Oh no, and I was hoping for a late safety car. This isn't what I wanted. But we've got a late VSC. Sprunky now has clearly he's been having issues with that Ferrari all race. Now he's out there getting loose on the exit of that very fast left-hander. And kind of like we saw Doomsray do in qualifying, he did hit the same spot. So I guess a bit of cyclic karma for Sprunky, as in the same place Doomsray DNF'd earlier on in qualifying. It looks like, oh, what's Zabi Jaka's car doing there? It looks like, yeah, Sprunky getting a bit of that karma, cosmic karma, and crashing out in the same position. I think Zabi Jaka has had some issues, and it looks like, what is happening? Oh, he's in the pits. That's a weird glitch. Okay. Back on the green though. Here we go. Couple of battles still on track. We're going to be watching, I think, Efrom trying to catch up there to Lucis for P2 for the considerable future. And let me see what the live standings would be. So if Efrom gets P2, okay, he's going to be getting 33 points. Victor is currently 10th and looks set to be at least getting 9th there, just off penalties. He'd be getting 12 points. That's a 21 point spread, assuming Victor finishes 9th and Efrom finishes 2nd, which is about to take. Is Mark pitting for a fast? Mark is pitting for a fastest lap. He's won the championship. I'm sure he doesn't care too much about the win here. They're just having some fun there. I did call this a victory lap for him, after all. Take a look here as Efrom does get by. Sorry for missing that overtake. This is quite a battle here between Fezari and Lucis and Efrom, isn't it? We'll take a look. We'll stay on this one. But as I explain what's happening here, Victor has 275 points, Efrom 253 points. Okay, Efrom's currently P1, but let's say he finishes P2. That'd be a 21 point spread. So he needs to win, and Victor needs to finish 9th or worse, or if Efrom finishes 2nd, then we've got a yellow flag all over the track here. What is happening in this lobby? Anyways, basically, if Efrom finishes 2nd, Victor needs to finish 10th or worse. Or else Victor clinches 3rd. And if Efrom wins, I think Victor needs to finish 8th or worse for Efrom to take 3rd position. Lap 34 out of 36. I mean, why is there a yellow flag in all 3 sectors? Is that just me? Fezarian has dropped off of this battle considerably. Mark pit for fastest lap. I don't think he would have expected. Oh, no, we've got green flags. I don't think he could have expected getting stuck in traffic, though, as he is stuck behind Captain Blade, who's now in P4. Some good running there from Captain Blade. Where is Victor going to turn out, though? He could be finishing 8th here. This is going to be very interesting. P1, P2, as you might recall, already locked up in this championship. There is no way these guys change. It is now only a battle for 3rd between Efrom and Victor, as well as some lower places further down the grid. Everybody looking to finish their season off on a good note. Lap 35 out of 36 here. And Mark finally getting past Captain Blade. If he gets a little bit of DRS there, he might be on for a good bid for his fast laps. He's got a lot of clean air ahead of him now. maybe even catch up there to FaZe Arion and get back on the podium. 2 laps to do it. Lots of track to cover, though. We've got 17 finishers, it looks like, at least classified cars. If you DNF now, you will be classified. 3 cars with a DNF. Sprunky, who we lost recently on lap 32. Chris number 0, 1 wing. That was earlier on in the race, triggered a VSC. 1 safety car earlier on. That was a very early one on lap 2. And since then, it's been either VSCs or green flag racing. And as Ephraim approaches the line to start his final flying lap, or not flying lap, but final lap of the race, it's also the final lap of the Division 4 Championship. And I will take this opportunity to thank all of the drivers who've raced in Division 4 so far this season, and as well thank all of the fans and everybody who's commented, liked, viewed the stream, given us a like, a share, a follow on social media. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. Thank you guys for believing in ISRL and enjoying racing and watching us and sharing this motorsport and sim racing experience with us. I could not do it without you guys, so thank you very, very much for all of the support you've given us. It's been an amazing season. We've done some great things this season. We've had a lot of great successes this season, but we've also had a few shortcomings this season, and I look forward to getting to Season 5 here fresh and with all of those fixed, and so that we can make Season 5 even better than Season 4 was. As we cross the line on this final race of the season, Ephraim the Bone is going to win in Brazil after Cyril Mark pitting for fastest lap, and I don't know if he got it there, but it's a victory lap for him because he did not need to worry about the points. He's already clinched the championship. And your podium, Ephraim, Luchis, and FaZe Arion, Mark P4, Doomsray P5, Captain Blade P6, FaZe Ivano P7, Bacher P9, because Victor is P8. And we'll have to do the live count there to see if Ephraim does get his third in the championship. Franco Jovic P10, Ron 11th, Rick 12th. Vex of Vexter is going to be crossing 13th, I think. And Maru Luciano Madak Zabijaka after that. I will take a look here at our live. So 40 points here for Ephraim. That would put him at 293. And Victor's 8th, which would give him 14 points, which will put him at 289. I think Ephraim takes third in the championship by 4 points. Just about here. Of course, if FaZe Ivano has a penalty, if FaZe Ivano has a penalty, there might be a tie. Who got fastest lap here? And it's Cyril Mark, so he did get fastest lap in the end. I think Ephraim gets third here, just ever so slightly by a couple of points. We'll have to confirm it, of course, but some good racing here and a good season. And like I was saying earlier, guys, thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for helping make ISRL what it is. I'm commentating on Tier 4. I know not everybody might not know who I am in regards to the league, but it's actually my league. I own this. So just seeing all the support and all the comments and a full grid like this on the final race of the season when there isn't much left to fight for in terms of the championship, it's absolutely amazing. Yeah, thank you guys so much for it started off as well, my previous league is stopping, and what am I going to do? Let's make my own league, and it's turned into an amazing experience here. So thank you to everybody who's helping make that a reality. So good job, guys. Great racing all season long, and it's been fantastic to come for the majority of it and to share this racing with you. Zabi Jacques is definitely taking his time to cross the line there. He's been disconnected in AI mode for a while. So I will take this opportunity to invite the two that I have here. I don't have that middle Renault, but I will invite Mark, our champion, for an interview. I will invite Ephraim for an interview, and see if I can get FaZe Ariane in here. Alright, seems like a bit of a glitched lobby there. That's not great. So forgive me, I will do this for the sake of stewarding, because if we don't get the race director screen, we're not going to know who had what. So I'm just going to go down this race director here as these guys join the party, just so that we can see everybody who's had a penalty and try to add it manually, because it seems like the lobby's glitched a little bit, and I don't want to not have that on record. Ephraim has joined. Mark has joined as well, I believe. And just as I get to the end of the race director screen, there you go. Should be good. Hello, guys.
All
right. So, it's yeah. So, Ephraim, first of all, I did some live math. Now, obviously, this could change with stewarding. This could change with penalties given in the race, or maybe I'm just terrible at math. But I think you may have just gotten P3 in the championship by 4 points, if my math is correct.
I hope I got it, because I really worked hard for Brazil. I really love this track. It's one of the best tracks. I think this is my second win in the championship. So, yeah, I was really prepared, and thanks God I got P1. Oh my God, Mark, I don't know what happened to you, but when you pitted, I mean, that's something that I never seen from Mark.
Yeah, I have a good story about that.
I think it was a glitch putt from the game as well.
We'll ask Mark what happened there with that pit stop in just a second, but you needed to win this race to get P3. I don't know if you knew that. Victor finished 8th, and he gets 14 points, which means he finishes with 289 points. You won, so you get 293 points. So you're 4 points ahead, if my math is correct. If you would have finished second, you would have been 3 points behind him. So you would have gotten 4th by 3 points. So I don't know what happened with Mark's pit stop. We'll ask him that in just a second. But if my math is correct, yeah, you did win this race by win this race. Yes, you won this race. Sorry, I can't speak right now. But you did clinch 3rd in the championship by 4 points. So I guess, can you take us through that race? Can you take us through what happened? Any thoughts on the season? It's the last race of the season. So we'll let you talk. Just tell us anything you want.
Basically, I think that it was a very tough season, considering that I had some DNFs as well. That wasn't my fault. So yeah, I think above all, I think I deserve to take 3rd position in the championship. I need to say that it's not very easy to do one stop like this, like with softs and mediums, because we really struggled on softs. I pitted lap 17 on the softs. And then I went directly on the mediums until the last lap, but I had around 70% of tire wear. So I was losing a lot of grip, but at the end of it all, I knew that FaZe Ariane had a 3-second time penalty. I think he took a mistake in the last few corners as well, because he was a second behind me, and then he ended up around 5 seconds behind me. So yes, I think above all, in Brazil I did well. I did well also in Canada and Australia, because I remember those tracks. But above all, yes, I think it was one hell of a season, and I'm really looking forward to drive next Sunday in Division 2, and also to drive in the next season, as I think ISRL doing a very good job in this game by hosting these type of events and leagues.
Well, happy to hear that, and looking obviously very much forward to having you race there in Season 5, and of course to cap it off there, maybe with another win there in Division 2 this Sunday. But I did bring our championship winner into the party. Figured I don't have the other two on my friends list, and I doubt they're going to join, so we might as well talk to you a little bit, since this was a bit of your victory lap. Can you take us through that race? What happened? Why you did that second pit stop at the end?
Alright, so, I got pole relax. Was gonna do a medium only, but I didn't do a good medium lap, so I said I'm just gonna do a soft run. And then, normal race, safety car came out, and didn't affect me that much, and then, so 10 laps left. I put the game to AI to have a drink, and my AI pitted.
Oh.
So my AI pitted, and I also had a 5-second penalty to serve for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh no.
So I fell well behind.
Well, that would explain I thought you were just going for fastest lap. I figured you already have enough points. You don't need to win. You've got the championship. Maybe you just want to show everybody you're the fastest one there on the final race of the season. But AI pitting would make much more sense than pitting out of the lead there. Unfortunate for you, though, as it does drop you to P4. But not like it matters. You got the championship. I guess, can we expect you to defend it in some way in Season 5?
No, I think I'll be well out of Division 4 for next season.
In another division, maybe.
Yeah, in another division. I'll still be in ISRL. I was still in ISRL.
Yeah, perfect. We've got some big plans here for this division next season. Won't be called Division 4. That's all I can tell you for now. Yeah, I hope to see both of you on track, both this weekend and in Season 5. And like I said before, in the final laps of the race, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. Hope to see you this weekend. We've got 3 races on Sunday. Starts at 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. UK, 5 p.m. Europe, and with Division 3, and then every 2 hours. We've got another race, so Division 2, 2 hours after that, and then Division 1, 2 hours after that. All day Sunday, essentially, after the Monaco Grand Prix. So watch the race in the morning, watch Monaco, enjoy, and then tune into ISRL Esports. Come watch some racing. It's going to be awesome. Our season finale for all divisions in Brazil. After that, we kick off. Take a little break for a month or two while we wait for F1 2021 to come out, and then we get launched right back on that for another exciting 15 to 17-ish rounds of racing. So, thank you guys for tuning in. It's been an awesome season here in Division 4. Love to commentate it. Love to bring you guys these races. Congratulations to Mark for the championship, his first in ISRL. And congratulations, maybe to if the stars align perfectly on Sunday. And I do mean perfectly. I did cover this in quali. You need 41 points, and you're 40 points behind.
I need to win. I need to win. And he needs to get either 15th, but then I'll need fastest lap, or he needs either not score any points.
Yeah, so stars a very slim chance, but maybe he can 2 for 2 it. We'll see. You definitely don't want to miss that. Yeah, we'll see you guys on Sunday. Thank you for tuning in. I'm ISRL Knight, and signing off here, and on what was an amazing Brazilian Grand Prix.
Good night.